So, hi everybody, Mr. Kondo is here. So, for me, if there's anything I learned or inspired me in this previous a month in terms of the business world out there, it's got to do with the story of Dangote. Okay, you can imagine a man of his caliber, of his status, of what he has done for the nation, not for Nigeria, but I'm talking about for Africa as a continent. A lot of things has been said about him, that monopolized everywhere he finds himself. But one thing that is really standing out for me, or two things, is the amount of time he has been able to create jobs for people in Africa, including the Nigerians, Africans in diaspora. Some of them, because of him, they came back to the country, or they came back to the continent. And he has given luminous loads of incentives to people, taking people out of the street, putting them in schools. It's done a lot, so I can't really say much about him. Yes, along the way he's making money and he's the richest man in Africa. But also, what he's also doing is having impact on the nation, Nigeria, and the continent Africa as well. So he's somebody that we should give all the credit to. And one thing is standing out from him that most billionaires are actually not doing. If you look at most billionaires, loads of them actually moving their money out of Africa, buying houses in Dubai, buying houses in Russia, in America, in London, living out this luxury kind of life, buying yachts, Monaco. Even though his best friend, $10, the billionaire, he's got houses in Monaco. It's beautiful. He's a billionaire. You can use your money to buy properties. You can use your money to do anything you would like to. It's your choice. All right. So you've got the money. You've gone through a lot to make that money. So it's normal to spend your money the way you like to spend it. It's not disposable. But one unique thing about Dangote, and we also should learn about him that makes him unique, is all the money that he's actually making, including his profit, is reinvesting it back in Africa. Okay? So this is an African man with African mentality. That the Africans, we Africans can only be the people that can develop Africa. Okay, that is inspiring for me. All right. So instead of buying properties in the UK, he can do that. He can own the biggest city in America if he wants to, or in the UK if he wants to, because of the empire. At some point, I heard that I was gonna buy, as an Arsenal fan, I was gonna buy Arsenal. I'm not an Arsenal fan. I'm saying he's an Arsenal fan. I'm not United. Okay. So it doesn't really matter what team I support, but where I'm going is, I heard he was going to buy Arsenal at some point. You're talking about millions in dollars or pounds. But rather than that, he invested in Nigeria. He put that so much power, so much energy, building his refinery company. So, and that's what we taught Nigerians. That was what we were lacking. All right, having a proper refinery company where you can get the crude oil instead of taking the crude oil out of Nigeria. We are blessed in this nation. Okay, that's what I don't really understand. How can I have my resources in my hometown, my land? Why do I need to take my resources out of the country to someone's country? to get it refined and buy it at a higher price, then bring it again to me for my people to use. I think it's madness. It doesn't really make sense. Okay, even though if you're not going to be able to do the best quality like they do there, you know what? You can have a JV, a joint venture, a deal with this same person that you're taking your crude to, that, hey, why can't you come to my nation? Why can't you come to Nigeria? Why can't you come to Ghana? Why can't you come to South Africa? Why can't you come to Botswana? Name that country in Africa. Why can't you come? I'll give you this land. You open a refinery company, all right? I'll supply you my crude oil. So what that means is transportation, cost of taking it to you, we cut that. The risk involved of taking it to you, we cut that. The time management, the time doing that, we eliminate that. Why can't you bring your resources? What I'm going to do, I'm going to supply you with a number of crude oil, all right? That would be the bargaining chip, okay? I will supply you. You've got the money, because one of the biggest things is financing also. So you've got the money. Come and open the refinery here in Africa or anywhere in Nigeria, okay? So what do? You eliminate all these barriers. When you're thinking about your people, business-minded people, all right? And you know what you do? You say, well, when you start this, all right, you've got to recruit my people. Bring your experts. Recruit my people. And you need to start doing this, what we call, you're going to build, all right? You build it, you operate it, you manage it. You build, manage, and operate. Build, manage, and operate. You can build, manage, and operate, or you build, operate, and manage for a certain period of time. It can be the JV contract with him, can be for 25 years. Okay? It can be for 10 years. This is talking about the national opportunity. For our children coming in the future, they're still going to benefit for that. They're still going to have opportunity to even work in that or in that company. You can take your kids outside the country for them to study, all right? You still bring them back to come and work in that company. That's how you develop a nation. But what we're doing is we get the crude oil, okay, and we transfer it. It's not too straight. It's kind of dodgy, all right? There's a lot of interest in that aspect. A lot of things got involved. Yes, you kind of enriching some certain type of people or some people called the so-called cabals, okay? But this crude oil is for Nigerians, it's for everyone, all right? So by doing that JV or whatever you would like or want us to do, bring them down here, and you know what you're doing? You're already increasing the capacity. When that small one is not enough and we've got more money in, you can start another one at another location in Ogun State or in Anambra or in Port Harcourt, or you can actually do another one in Kano or in Kaduna. You know, every city in the nation is getting imparted. Everyone is getting blessed because it's a resource that God has blessed everyone with in Nigeria. It's not for some certain group of people. Okay, so once we say we are Nigerians, everyone should be getting benefit from that. Okay, so that is supposed to be our mindset, and that's not what we're doing. Rather, we're taking it out, benefit some certain people, and then you see loads of kids on the streets, homeless. Every now and then, what happens to them? They turn to crime, committing crime everywhere. We're not saying some other countries are saying and it's a clean place, right? Look at this beautiful city of Eko Atlantic City. Billions of dollars got spent here, and it was financed by the Shagoris themselves as a business, Eko Atlantic team. Not a penny got spent from the government. They have to source for the money. You're talking about they and outside. I find they're Nigerians by nationality, but you're talking about the Lebanese, okay? Find they recruit Nigerians to get this thing done. These palm trees that you look at, It's not them that put it, it's Nigerians. One thing I love about what they've done in Eco Atlantic, most things got done here are done by Nigerians. They've impacted Nigerians' life. So people have built wealth from this city called Eco Atlantic City. So talking about Dangote, the man, the only way I believe you can help a business, all right, or a company when they're recruiting you, is you identify problems. And what you do when you identify problems, you provide solutions. What Dangote did was he could see as a businessman that we got challenges, we got problems in Nigeria. So it is in that right for him what he felt like, oh, you're right. It doesn't really make sense. Why should we get the crude, import it out of the country, export it out of the country, refine it, and import it back into the country? It's kind of madness. It doesn't even add up. So he felt like a businessman. He's got the resources, he's got the network, he's got the financial backing where he can go and source for the money to build a massive, the biggest refinery in the world. He can do it, and he knows Nigerians, we are blessed. And he chose Lagos to do that. He could have done that in Kano, right? He could have done that in Kaduna, in Port Harcourt, but he chose Lagos as his location, prime location, as busy as choky Lagos currently is. But he decided to establish the company in Lagos, people. Okay, so this is totally different. So that is a businessman, all right, thinking about the long term and how the turnaround time for him as well. So there won't be any issue that is in Kano to get it to Lagos is a bit clumsy or something drop back. And he wants to be at the location where you'll be able to recruit expatriates easily to come and establish it. That's what he did. He started bringing people from India, from America, from the UK, put all the resources together, went to Egypt to source for the money, went to leverage on First Bank, different banks in Nigeria, and one of the best banks he actually uses, Access Bank, before the late CEO of Access actually died. He put he leverage on what I call relationship and the brand name Dangote and the kind of reputation he has managed to build. He's a reputable person. So he leveraged on that. He meant Lagos State government. Okay, talk about the free trade zone in Lekki, all the way down there. And he leveraged on that, talking about the seaport coming up, the airport coming up in Lekki area as well. You see, people, we need to start thinking about the future of Africa. Like people, this is the future of Africa. Atlantic is the future of Africa, people. Look at this, all right? You probably might not see so much right now, but in the next 5 to 10 years, you'll be amazed how Eco Atlantic is going to look like. This is investment that have been put in place for us. Okay, so we need to invest here. We need to live here. You and I, we're going to live here. Stop limiting yourself. So Dangote is a visionary. He has thought about it. Forget about the profit. He invested that money here in Nigeria. So we need to embrace him. So it's funny right now, he's done that. Brought the same concept that we just spoke about. He said, you know what? I won't bring you to come and manage, to come and build, to come and manage and to operate. And then I'll take over from you. No. Let me work with my government, with my people, my relationship that I've built so I can build and own this massive project in Africa, in Nigeria. And what are you doing? Even though if it's done by Nigerians, we look at Ghana, we look at Niger, we look at Cameroon. You've got potential markets to buy your your petroleum from there. You're not only getting petroleum, you're getting for plane, all right? You're getting kerosene, you're getting diesel, you're getting like 3 to 4 products out of the crude oil. So you can start exporting them outside Nigeria, okay? Start importing them outside the nation, outside Africa. What you do, the economy of the nation is keep booming. expanding. Look at the so-called Saudi Arabia. So they are the richest oil, oil land in the world, because you know what? They found it. Use the white people, right? They use the white people, right? The people developed nation to come into to Saudi Arabia, because they know we've got the resources. They've got what they want. Come and help us to do the transform. This is our world. We'll give you this A and Z. Will be part of yours. That is a smart way of thinking. Okay, because everyone is looking for what is in for them. So Dangote is doing that for us in this nation. Brought people to come and help him to build this refinery, and he's doing that awesomely. But guess what? Already, it started pumping out diesel to the nation after so many years. At some point, diesel price has gone almost 1,600. Okay, because immediately it started selling, that price dropped all the way from that to currently 1,200, and we believe probably might go to. If you leave it to Dangote, it's definitely going to sell that for our diesel and petrol at a cheaper price. But because of the people, I don't want to mention their names, the so-called power-driven people controlling the whole system, they know they will not be able to make more money. Okay, petrol right now, I'm talking about diesel right now, probably might be selling for 700. Okay, but they want to make so much money from people that you're supposed to serve, your people. All right, when you die, you leave everything, But you know one thing, they don't know the law of the quantity. You can imagine if you're making 100 naira on 250 million people, compared to you just making maybe 200 naira on 250 million people, or 300 naira on 250 million people. Okay, so let's think about that, and that's not what they're doing. So I found it funny, strange when Dangote is currently going through what he's currently going through, where I read recently, like a month ago, normally any petroleum company, whether you are offshore and onshore, NFP is always going to own part of your company. Okay, so maybe they own most of the time from 30% to 20%, and decide, or they own that. So obviously they have interest also in Dangote, where they own 20% of Dangote refinery. And recently I heard that they've sold 10% of that. They only have 10%. And what is the big deal? Why are it is our resources, NNPC. Why can't we manage this thing effectively? You don't need the president. You don't need everybody. We just have to think about the 250 million Nigerians. Why can't we do that? Okay? These people need us. All right? Nigerians are the most coolest people, well reserved, well packaged. If it's another country, oh my God, there will be what we call Arab Spring everywhere. Trust me, it's going to be really nasty. It's at that time we want to start listening to our people. Why can't we started blessing them, imparting them, make food available, make things easy for them? Let's love our people. Let's think about people first, just like what Dangote is trying to do. Trust me, he's going to make profit. But I bet already he started thinking about steel industry. That shows a man that's thinking about his people. Not how can I use the resources I'm getting in the nation to bless my people with the capacity that I have. If all of us are able to do that, think like Dangote, and I think we're gonna have a lot of wealth creations, a lot of young people getting out of the road, a lot of people killing each other, young people killing each other for rituals just because of peer pressure in the market. So if you start thinking about that, when a young man knows when he leaves university right now, he's definitely getting a job, not only in Dangote, he can work with somebody that is providing Dangote a product. You can be the one that is supplying Dangote. Dangote, you know what? don't use any cars. My company is going to take care of that. We are sourcing that, outsource that to us. And your son, your daughter works for that company, having impact on Dangote. And Dangote is coming up with a steel company. And someone saying, you know what? The water that you're going to be supplying your people going to drink, my company is going to supply you guys. All the safety boots that you guys are going to be, instead of bringing it from China, we are producing here in Nigeria. You see, opportunities everywhere. We just need to think. We've got opportunities everywhere. We just need to think about that business opportunity without any obstacle, political boundaries, policy that is going to affect you to collaborate, to leverage. All right. So that is more said today. Just make sure you comment down there and let's think. So my point of view today is, I saw Dangote on TV with petroleum saying this is the color of the petroleum on the national TV. Wow, that is cool. What that shows is, see, Dangote can decide to be in his bedroom, having millions of people blowing him with AC, whatever, right? Because he's got the money. He doesn't need to do what he did. All right? He doesn't need to, because he's so wealthy. But he's seeing with his daughter next to him on the national TV, thinking about the masses. Are we thinking about the masses today? Because those are your market. Okay? When we're able to do that, we will inspire millions. Do you know one thing? What he did was not only getting the nation on his side, getting Africa on his side. You know what? He's imparting people. So today, no one can say your product like you do. I learned one that I'm always out there thinking about my product, how I can sell my product, because no one can sell my vision like me. So stay blessed today, and to the next time, ciao.